We argued about this a couple weeks ago. So, if a lady invited a man on a date, because that like never happens, if she did, who's paying for that?
Question. Is it assumed that it was a date? Like we know it was a date?
There was a romantic intent for a date, correct?
I am open to opening the wallet, right? And I know I don't want anybody to jump me after this. I say that because I have a spirit of gratefulness and for Thanksgiving, and I don't take anybody's time for granted. Now, when I do this gesture, I will be monitoring the following dates or the following interactions to see if this is something that you are now expecting, right? So I can see how we're on the fence where we're like, I don't want to start off with doing it, but during the course, I will. But I'm not opposed to opening the wallet in Thanksgiving for what the Lord has provided me. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, if I was to ask a man out on a date, I would pay, and I don't see anything wrong with that. To be, I would hope he would try, and I, at least like be like, but it's okay if he doesn't. But I would, if I initiated, I think any woman who initiates a date should be open to paying for it. However, as my sister April said, we are not going to keep, we don't want that to be a habit. We're going to hope that he would have initiative next time, if he's still interested, and so to ask out and pay as well.
All right, fellas, think anything?
I think it's really a hospitality issue that we're dealing with. If you get outside of kind of the traditional norms, it's a hospitality issue. If I ask you to go out to somewhere, then I would want to make amends for that place. I want to be resourceful for that. If I invite you over to my house for lunch, I'm not expecting you to necessarily bring something. But it is nice if you do bring something, because now that reflects upon you in more of how, I would say it reflects more about how gracious or grateful you are to be invited out, when you want to also give towards the situation. But all of this, should you do it, should you don't do it, it really depends. It really depends on the person, and it also depends on what that person thinks about hospitality. But I don't think it's any formalized rule towards it.
You already know.
Right.
What we know.
Go ahead. Wait.
You already know my response is gonna be opposites.
Okay. Why? Explain.
So get ready for it.
Sister, we are here with you.
So to answer the question you asked, I think. Well, it depends in different scenario. It depends. It depends. So if the brother, if a lady asks a brother out, and if the lady asks a brother out, and this brother is low key broke.
Man, you should come back. I like where this is going.
Wait. You like this brother, and maybe the reason why he's not asking you out because he might not have the money to pay for you, but he's working on it. But you already know, but you like trying to be fancy. I think it's maturity for you to pay.
If a lady asks me out and I know I'm interested in her, the bill will never make it to the table. Just to let y'all know. Okay. I'm old school and traditional. I definitely don't. I am old school and traditional. However,
Give your number. Why not?
He'll be a rooted look.
I will be a rooted look.
With a checkbook open.
But that's only if I'm interested in the woman. I'm gonna let y'all know that. If I'm interested in, I'm gonna obviously I'm gonna set the bar high for, to keep her interested in me. So I'm gonna set that bar high.
You gonna pray a lot.
That's good.
What do you mean? I'm gonna pray a lot. However, if I'm not interested in her, I'm gonna be like a woman on these free meals.
You got me